We always knew that Boris Johnson would be entertaining at 10 Downing Street. He's the Prime Minister of the UK. But even by his standards, the last 2 days have been ridiculous. We'll get to that a little later. First, let's get you the measure of the man.
Isn't that extraordinary? This is an institution. Say no, says the noble and learned lady, the Baroness, whatever it is. I can't remember what it is. Newgee.
I don't want to be unkind or discourteous to the Foreign Secretary, but I say on advice as the clerks swivel round to me, 2 things. First of all, we don't name call in this chamber. And secondly, I'm dealing with the matter. The right honourable gentleman will listen and benefit from listening. Secondly, we do not address people by the titles of their spouses. The Shadow Foreign Secretary has a name, and it's not Lady something. We know what her name is, and it is inappropriate and frankly sexist to speak in those terms. And I'm not having it in this chamber. That is the end of the matter.
Very well said. This was last March. Sexism, fake news, misrepresentation, you name it, and you have a Boris Johnson link. Now, Bojo is the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom, but he's the same man, embarrassing himself at home and abroad. On Wednesday, the British Prime Minister went to Berlin to meet the German Chancellor. This was his first foreign visit after becoming the PM, and the Brexit deadline we know looms. Boris Johnson tried his best to impress Miss Merkel. He even quoted her. But there's something that he couldn't do. He couldn't pronounce Chancellor Merkel's first name right. He tried not once but twice. Take a look for yourself.
Thank you very much, Chancellor Angela. Thank you so much for that amazing welcome that I've just had. I should come here to see you, Angela, because this is a relationship that is so important for the UK.
She's not Angela, and he's not helping himself there. And then he did worse. Johnson tried to quote Chancellor Merkel to get her attention.
We can do it. Wir schaffen das, I think is the phrase. But clearly,
well, Boris Johnson wants a new Brexit deal, but he hasn't ruled out no-deal Brexit. The gimmicks did not impress anyone, least of all the German leader. She's given a tough deadline to end the Brexit mess. Angela Merkel gave Boris Johnson 30 days to come up with a solution to avoid a no-deal Brexit.
Man kann sie vielleicht ja auch in den nächsten 30 Tagen finden. Warum nicht? Dann sind wir einen ganzen Schritt weiter und da müssen wir uns anstrengen.
The drama did not end there in Berlin. Yesterday, Act 2 of Boris Johnson's Brexit mess played out in Paris. He met French President Macron over lunch. The press made mincemeat of the British Prime Minister. Never shy to play clown in his political career, Boris Johnson rested his foot, you can see there, on the coffee table during his meeting with President Macron. The images have gone viral, with many criticizing the British PM for disrespecting the head of another country. Johnson tried to pass it off as proof of his friendship with President Macron. The French leader responded with his take on Brexit.
I want to make it absolutely clear to you, Emmanuel, to the French people, that of course I want a deal.
Maintenant, je vais être ici très clair. Dans le mois qui vient, on ne va pas trouver un nouvel accord de retrait qui soit loin des bases.
No time for a new deal, he says. That's all that Macron said, and that's all that mattered. A lesson for the British PM. The next time he goes out, he must remember that drama does not work in international relations. But then again, there may not be a next time. The UK will be staring at another government change or a Brexit vote if Boris Johnson fails to salvage a deal in 30 days. Brexit is a mess. Now, with Boris Johnson in this mix, it has become Boris Johnson's very own, very complicated Brexit mess.